Okay, this might go down, but we're gonna do an all sign reading. Let me turn off comments. Actually, I guess I'll just like leave it as is because I think like comments boost your algorithm or whatever the heck that means. Okay, so this is not kid friendly. I know this whole channel is like non-kid, but this is going to be an all sign reading. I'm going to go through each sign swiftly, individually. I just did shorts for them. I felt like there was a lot of things to say and I couldn't get everything out within the reading. So I'm choosing to do this live in case there was discrepancies and or other stories that needed to be said that I couldn't get out in 3 minutes. So that's what this is. If you leave a comment that is rude, I politely do not care, Linda from State Farm, and I will politely block you. For anyone that doesn't like tarot, that's perfectly fine. There's a place for you, not here. Okay? I generally read for sun signs unless I specifically tell you otherwise, unless it's short readings. But again, energy is a frequency and a fluidity, and all of us are different humans on how we evaluate and see things. So whatever floats your boat works here. Be nice or you'll get blocked. And I don't do lecturing Karens from State Farm. If you're not paying me for paying me, I don't. Why are you here? Okay? Goodbye. If you leave a comment, I will or will not be able to say something. Again, if it's a whole story, I'm not going to listen to it. Let us begin. Okay, so right at the bat, we're going to start with Gemini. Beautiful dog. Okay, Gemini. Gemini, the Fool is coming out. You might want a new beginning, or there might be a new beginning in front of you. You might just be evaluating. I know Gemini always has a backup plan behind a backup plan behind a backup plan. And then if none of those work out, still it will work. So, with that being said, Gemini, it looks like there's a new opportunity regarding you and or something you're going through. Eight of Wands, there could be a situation where you're being blown away in the wind. You're not really inspired. It's kind of like, okay, I've dealt with a situation for a long period of time. This is what I can deal with, okay? This is what I can deal with. I wish I knew how you could just put in, like the sign that you were on so that you all would know. Okay? Okay, so we're on Gemini. But I guess at the very end of the reading, I could go in and do a thing. So Gemini, there could be a situation, 9 of Wands, regarding a situation where maybe you endured and put up with the situation for as long as you could, meaning over a year. And for whatever the reason is, you just cannot do it anymore. It feels like now I feel personally impacted in a negative way where you're not able to just deal with it anymore. Okay? And then all the short videos are already uploaded. I just need to put them on. I know we're doing this very different. If you're new here, this is mainly for the people that already follow me, but welcome. I'm not like your overly friendly reader. Gemini Sun, Scorpio Moon. I'm kind of an asshole. Okay, so Queen of Pentacles is showing up. It does look like you are someone that can create what you want to create by yourself. Financially, you are always looking to grow. You do have emotional intelligence as well as earthly intelligence, which just means you're someone essentially that can be in different sort of situations around different types of people, and you're able to still function. The community, in other words, with the Hierophant, kind of they like you. You make people feel heard, you make people feel respected, and they feel safe with you. There could be a situation where you're not able to improve financially and or there is no growth regarding a situation. I am seeing the 4 to the 7, so maybe there was growth regarding a situation. However, I had to put this down. Ten of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, King of Cups, and Three of Swords. However, there is a situation regarding your past. And it's kind of like your past, like there's some sort of new beginning regarding a situation, but it kind of looks like, Gemini, there's someone for your past. Ten of Swords and Three of Swords that is just not over it. This person could be coming up, coming forward. I'm not sure. However, you're showing up as the King of Cups, which is a really great, I love that you're showing up, Gemini, as a masculine energy, which kind of is, it's important because people know if they can and cannot put up, like you're not coming in sweet. You're coming in, this is a kid, not kid-friendly channel, so you're coming in very like, bitch, please, just go. You know, you're not willing to tolerate people that are not willing to have open communication styles, okay? That's for Gemini. Any other last cards for Gemini? And then we're going to be just moving on. If this ends up getting a couple likes, I could start doing this. For some reason, I'm interested in starting to do more readings right now. Which, maybe that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just not good at following rules. Two of Wands. You're trying to manifest and trying to create something for yourself in your future and trying to understand exactly what that looks like. King of Wands, you're very passionate regarding it. Very passionate. You're being seen as very passionate. You're being seen as someone that's like mentally needing stimulation and needing to move forward. Nine of Pentacles. You are going to improve financially. You just need to pivot and make sure that your mental health is the only thing that you're focusing on. That doesn't mean creating boundaries and ignoring people. That means creating boundaries, what you can and cannot tolerate. If you're oversensitized, you need to be able to walk away from a situation, ground yourself, and go back into that situation. Because the energies are pretty wild, and we are so blessed to be safe. But, okay, we're going to move on now. So now we're going to be moving on to Aquarius. Aquarius. Oh my. Okay, Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know? So when I drop things on the floor, I do not read them. That means we need to release the energy and ground. So when you see me kind of like sometimes look at them like one drop, so okay, we'll look at it. But that does mean we need to release the energy, and or you already chose to release the energy. If you choose to change that energy, that's totally valid, but that is the way that I read. So the one card that fell on the floor is the Eight of Wands. So it does look like you are potentially dealing with a situation of a free spirit. Whether this is you as a free spirit and or someone else, it seems as though the energy is feeling kind of difficult to manage. Whether this is a person that is not making up with their mind and it's going to impact you in a positive and or negative way. Just meaning, like, let's just say you were an employer and then someone quit and they were your main person. That would impact you in a negative way, right? That kind of thing. Nothing always, energy is fluid. Okay, Aquarius, it does look like we're releasing a lot of things right now. This guy was about to say, this could be an emotional thing, Aquarius, so we need to kind of bring this in, because the only cards that I'm receiving right now is cards that we're kind of throwing on the ground. So that is energy that we're kind of wanting to release. We cannot release everything, Aquarius. We need to be kind of grounded regarding a situation. So we have the Three of Swords here. Okay, now I'm wanting to tear up. Let us just see. I can already tell we're coming from an emotional place. Let us just take a deep breath. And if you have water, please get water. Okay? Three of Swords is coming up. This is something that is going to essentially feels like it's breaking us, or it's breaking our heart. Surrounding that card is the Page of Wands. It could be like, I've tried so hard, feeling like I'm doing everything, nothing is working, I don't know what to do. It's bringing us to tears, where the sun is in reverse, we're not seeing the edge of the tunnel. If this happens, okay. So the first thing I want, Aquarius, is, and this is going to be in your short reading that's going to follow this video. Literally, they're all going to come out at the same time. Get mad at me, don't. I'm sorry. I am who I am. The energy is really important for Aquarius on considering getting vulnerable regarding situations. because Aquarius, you can kind of come in very open to vulnerability and talking and having a very deep conversation, but sometimes it could be in certain settings and people don't take you seriously because it sometimes appears as toothpaste when it's not consistent, and or other people tend to be more emotional than you. So just really evaluating if this is people that you want in your life. They're very important to you. You do not need to gaslight them, but send them a quick reminder of how much you care about them. That way they know you are even available if they need you at any time. This could be a quick little message. I just want to let you know I was thinking about you today. Leave that text as it is. If they respond, like it or don't, but at least you said something. Because we're in a world that is, it is what it is, I suppose you could say. And right now we just need to show love to each other. Okay? Splitting the deck, Aquarius, you have the Ace of Cups in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse. There could be a situation that you're no longer passionate about. You feel like you've done everything that you can. You can't do it anymore. It's making you feel like you're alone. And or if I'm going to be alone, why don't I just do it? I'm going to be alone anyways kind of situation. This is the Emperor's coming out in reverse. So what that is telling me with this 3 of Swords still on the bottom of the deck. So what that's telling me is you're completely speaking from an emotional place. And until you ground your energy, you're not going to be making the best choices. You don't have to listen to me. This is free will. All I'm trying to do is read some cards for you and try to help you the best I can. Okay? And these are your guides that are telling me these messages, so they know you best. But we're not always open to hearing things, okay? King of Wands is coming in, and then we do have the Queen of Pentacles coming in. So when these two energies are coming in, I feel like the contrasting of the card sets that we've been doing for you, Aquarius, is potentially A, you're 2 different altars, or B, one person that makes really good money, and again, this could be someone that makes you money or the sole provider, I'm not sure, something regarding money. They're very good at it, and they're very good at being fiery and passionate about things. Now, that could impact someone in a very significant way. If you are in a relationship and you receive child support, if you're in a relationship and you end up separating, have to live on your own, all this shit is connected. So, someone has the upper hand, someone's making an emotional choice. It's up to you to decide how you're going to handle the situation. However, the cards are telling you, we recommend with the 2 of Swords that you calm down, that you sit quietly, wait for your little heart to rest, and when you can visit and talk with others in a cohesive way that doesn't feel so, this is what I think, this is what I think, this is what I think, then it might change and balance out the energy. But for now, you have to take responsibility for how you're appearing as people to people outside of your family. For this person that I'm reading for, okay? So now we're going to move on, and we're going to move on to Libra. So this is going to be a reading for Libra. At least the energy is related. If you are mean, I will block you politely. Hello to everyone that is in the chat. Thank you for being here. Okay, Libra, there could be first of all, some of you could have a death in the family, but we're not going to take that literal. I did just need to put that out there. For some of you that are going through that, my apologies. The person that passed looks like they had an amazing heart, amazing soul, beauty within. I do want to say it's such a terrible time in the world that I'm so grateful that they're in such a peaceful place at this time, and they just get to rest their soul from this heavy world that we live in. But when it comes to you, I'm giving you the biggest hug from the other side of the phone, okay? For others of us, Libras, it does look like some of us are kind of, love keeps popping up in all different forms. I'm seeing relationships, families, and friendships. So we could potentially be around a lot of that energy right now around us, Libra. Some of you could even have a lot of air around you. So 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is showing up in reverse, so it does look like maybe going out and kind of not necessarily romanticizing life, because I don't really agree with that comment. My favorite way to say it is go and treat yourself, go out and do something for yourself, go out and take care of yourself. The only thing that matters is the fact that you're trying to find new ways to innovate yourself, and to emotionally feed your soul. You are the only one that can do that, okay? Finances don't do that for you, honey. This is owned by billionaires. If this is your goal, we need to kind of like, really balance our goals. If we're really throwing ourselves inside work, then it's really, really important that we have hobbies and ways to rest and or vacations and things on the side to make sure that we're balancing that energy. Giving too much to one side or the other, I mean, it is not going to heal a broken heart, essentially. It's just going to distract you from a broken heart, and it's just going to throw us side to side to side to side. Okay? So it does look like the Page of Cups is coming out. So maybe there could be a couple situations we're not really wanting to talk about regarding what we're going through at this time and or how heavy it is. But it does feel like there is a lot of people around us. We feel like maybe we're alone. Why did everyone else get to go? And why was it easy for other people and I feel stuck? This could be like even as something like you're trying to find a job and it seems to be really easy for other people and not necessarily yourself regarding a situation. Really just keep your heads up. Again, these times are turbulent. You cannot allow the energy of the collective in this day and age to impact you at all. And you cannot please everyone. So if they're not pleased, let them go find their people. We're not here for that. The Fool. So as you can see, with every new exciting opportunity, there's also a negative opportunity that can come with it. So just because you go and find this amazing new jobs, like these people say, like maybe everyone's like, oh my gosh, I have this, and you're looking for that, or love, or friendship, yada yada yada. All that shimmers is not gold. There is such a thing as fool's gold, okay? As you can see, oh my gosh, there's a new opportunity. It's a distraction to something else that's happening, but this is the Fool, where there's always going to be new opportunities ahead of us, okay? So again, balancing yourself and balancing the energy, Libra, that is the most important thing for you and your sign. Okay, so with that being said, regarding finances, if you are worried about finances and or stability regarding them, what's my future look like? Is it ever going to happen? Yes. We already have Pentacles coming up, and not only do we have Pentacles, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this could be someone that is a feminine vibes, or someone that is a nurturer, or this could just be your energy and what you end up bringing to someone regarding finances and what they're able to bring to you. So if you are worried regarding stability, regarding finances, and you are a Libra, do not worry about it. However, keep working very hard. Okay, so now we're going to switch up the energy. Okay, so if I was to split the deck, we're going to now switch on, and we're going to switch on to, does anyone care? Let us switch to, so we did air. Let us switch to, what sign should I do now? Scorpio. Okay, so then, oh my. Okay, so then we're just going to switch on to Scorpions. Interesting. A lot of people are dealing with heartbreak right now. So the first card out, Scorpio, I got is a 3 of Swords. So, I don't know. So if you, like, I'm a Scorpio moon, I'm not experiencing that. So what that could mean, just showing as a mirror, because I'm a, Gemini sun. Someone could be coming forward and letting you know they're very hurt. If you are not experiencing the Three of Swords, or you might be hearing about it from someone else in your life regarding the situation. So if you just be cautious, yeah, Four of Swords. There could be, wow, there's so much energy that's connected to this. I feel like there's going to be someone that's coming up to you that's dealing with some sort of heartbreak regarding a situation, and they've been hiding out from the situation, not really thinking about it. Ace of Cups is coming out in reverse with the Seven of Cups, so this person could be kind of like, essentially, I don't want to say lying, because that's just like such an just someone that is romanticizing their life, and it is not necessarily as it is, and it is making them a little uncomfortable because they cannot lie about it anymore. It is what it is kind of situations, and it's coming out in all aspects. So regarding this sort of situation, I would really, it's interesting, someone has been watching this whole time and they got off as soon as I got to this reading, so I think this kind of resonated a little too heavy for them. So if you are kind of dealing with that kind of energy, the only like things that I'd really recommend you doing or saying is using your voice. It's really, really, really important to make sure that you create endings and energy when you're over them, and not holding on to it and just essentially politely leaving the situation open, because that is when you get the hovering energy that essentially never goes anywhere and it kind of just always stays. You can do everything that you want to distract yourself from something, but the soul wants what the soul wants, and the soul is going to get what it wants, or it's going to long for what it wants for all eternity. It's completely up to you. You can design your destiny, you know, or you can choose your reality. The choice is yours. The Knight of Cups is up here, so it does let me know, Scorpio, that you essentially have a lot of feelings regarding a situation. The Four of Wands is you could be waiting in, or someone could be waiting for you to essentially maybe talk about love, marriage, stability, and all that quirky fun stuff. If that is the reality, then I would definitely look into that. Strength in reverse is like, maybe we're feeling like we don't have the strength for it. Maybe we have too much pressure on us regarding different people's opinions, whether we're not feeling stable enough that we're able to do these things. You can't let any of these things impact you. It's a choice. Make your choice. Follow your heart, or long for your heart for your lifetime experience here. Ignoring things does not solve problems. It just creates other problems that you long for longer term. So create the closure you need, or enjoy the happiness that you have. The choice is yours, Scorpio. Okay, so now we're going to be moving on, and we're going to move on to Pisces. Okay, so Pisces, it looks like the Page of Wands is coming out. You're looking into stuff. You're also really focused on your finances. It looks like you're kind of looking at a plan to get yourself in a situation, or out of a situation. Interesting, I did not mean to say that, but that's what I said, so that must be what it is. King of Swords upright. I feel like there is a situation where some of you feel like you're holding it together for other people, and you're really just being encouraged to do your own thing and be by yourself for a long period of time. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to leave it at that. Page of Cups. You could be pretty quiet regarding how life is right now. You could be trying to kind of keep to yourself, kind of focus on like what's in front of you, what you're going through, brainstorming how to get out of a situation and or around a situation, or how to grow in your next future steps and what that looks like for you and what you want to experience from that situation. You are dealing with someone with sassy ass, not good energy. Whether this is a past person, whether this is a divorce, this is some sort of situationship where essentially someone wants to look like they're a nicer person than they are. They're very feminine energy, which means they're very petty in the way that they handle situations. If this was a masculine persona, meaning appearance, then their energy that is showing up in the cards is feminine, which means, you know, bitchy, essentially, not very nice to be around. There's some sort of sneakiness. Maybe you're in a situation where you're trying to get out of a situation. Let's just say you're going through a divorce and you're trying to financially save to get out of a situation. It does look like this person, they're showing up in the cards as someone that's very petty, vindictive, not very nice, not very friendly. It seems like they essentially will put themselves in situations and act like everything is amazing, and it's really not. It's a fucking mess, and they are a mess, and that doesn't really get brought up. So it does look like with the Six of Cups, you're really just working on your family, balancing the energy, balancing yourself, and making sure that you're growing, Ten of Swords, that you are over and creating the closure that you need regarding a situation, the world, with a new opportunity. Throat chakra is closed, so some of you could be and or have been submissed for a while regarding a situation where you weren't being heard and you were being ignored, or someone took away your voice and made you look bad in front of others. That energy is wearing off. Meaning whatever spell, and this is not literal, I don't think they literally put a spell, but whatever spells they had that were able to make people essentially listen to what you had to say or what they had to say that was negative about you, they're being seen for who they are. Two of Wands, you are in the meanwhile creating and growing and deciding what you want in your future and what your future looks like. It does, the Empress is coming out sideways, so it does just let me know essentially is that your energy is kind of learning how to balance the Empress energy, and maybe essentially you will be bringing on the Empress energy and starting to work on that in yourself. So we're going to now switch the energy and we're going to now move on. Thank you so much, Pisces, for being with us. We are now going to be moving on to Cancer. So this is going to be a reading for Cancer. I'll have to do timestamps at the end of this. Cancer is kind of a zip. Okay, what does Cancer, my love, need to hear? Okay, Queen of Pentacles, I'm working on my finances. I feel like, this is really cute. I kind of got the energy where the Eight of Pentacles is coming up in reverse. Essentially, fake it till you make it kind of situation. I think some of you are kind of like, I'm sick of doing this. I want to be taken as seriously as I am, and really just growing on where you're fitting in. It's kind of like essentially you're just like, you know, people say dress for like the job that you want, dress for the life that you want. It's kind of like that energy that I'm really getting with you, Cancer. So it seems like you're definitely just like just showing up. You're kind of very open-minded. We don't know what to expect. We don't know what's going on. We don't know how it's going to work out, but we're being very good regarding ourselves, our finances, making sure that we're showing up, we're trying, and we're going places with it. The Hierophant is in reverse, which does mean maybe potentially you could be working on your finances so much, or focusing on other things, that when it comes to community, the community doesn't really know you at this time or know what to think, because you're kind of so in and out regarding the energy. Cancer, the Empress is coming out. You are just coming out in your glory, showing up, being kind, being loving, being adoring, really just manifesting what you want, creating exactly what you want in front of you, being patient. I'm sure a lot of you had to wait to get to where you are right now. Nothing in this world is instant gratification unless you're a billionaire. The world, there is some sort of new beginning regarding you. The Ten of Swords, there is some sort of ending, and Three of Pentacles that created kind of some instability that maybe made us a little bit uncomfortable, but we're really open to the new possibilities of what's going on in front of us. The Hangman and the Knight of Cups. So it does look like some of us essentially are hanging there, not really knowing exactly what's about to happen in front of us, but we're open to this new experience. Knight of Swords. Nothing is really being said at all. So we're kind of just hanging stagnantly, kind of waiting to see what's going on. Split the deck. King of Wands in reverse. You're kind of feeling a little uninspired. The Hermit. So maybe you're kind of going in within. Maybe some of you are a little tight regarding finances. So until you get more stable feeling, you're kind of withdrawing. The Empress is showing up. So again, just remember the energy that you are. Everything in life goes through good and bad times, including kings and queens. Okay, so we're going to clear the energy and ground, and we're going to move on from Cancer energy. Okay, so we did air, we did water. So now we're going to be doing Taurus. This is going to be a reading for Taurus. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this benefits you in some sort of way. So this energy, this is a reading for Taurus. Okay. Taurus, heart and home is really what I'm getting from your energy right now. Making sure that everyone's balanced. Being very grateful for the place that you are in and the element you're in. What a beautiful blessing in the most terrible times. I hope that you're sharing that love with people that also don't have it around you. And you're not just keeping it for you and your own family. Queen of Swords. There's some sort of conversation that's coming forward. There's some sort of judgment regarding this situation. The Star. There could be a wish regarding the situation, and or there could be an Aquarius having a conversation regarding the situation. About a new opportunity. Okay? What is the new opportunity regarding Taurus? Two of Swords and the Six of Swords. Seven of Pentacles. Wow, this is so opposite energy. Okay, so what I'm getting from this Taurus is you don't agree with someone. So I feel like someone's coming in to talk to you about something, and you're at this very heart, happy home, like life is good, you're just with your family, and someone comes in, potentially some sort of air sign, Aquarius, with just very chaotic energy, and it's kind of like I no longer want this person to feel a certain way. I don't know. I just feel like someone's trying to control energy that they can't control. But let me break this down. Okay, Six of Swords. Explain to me the Six of Swords in reverse for Taurus. Six of Swords for Taurus. So it's showing up as someone who essentially has been hiding away, not really coming forward. And to explain that card is they're basically trying to balance their emotions and stay positive in a situation that they feel very unpositive about. And they're trying their very best to ground themselves regarding the situation. And Seven of Cups. They are not inspired, nor do they have any wishes regarding the situation. It's kind of like, well, I guess this is what it is. Like, it's kind of like someone's not seeing something at the end of the tunnel. Okay, so the Two of Swords. Explain the Two of Swords to Taurus. That's what I mean. It's like someone's coming in to complain about someone to you, and this person's energy is like Nine of Wands. This person is fucking battered. Battered. They come in passionately. They do all the things that everyone says to do, and this is what they leave with. Nothing. How does Taurus feel about this situation? You see this person, just splitting the deck, you see this person as someone that is trying really hard to create lovely things out of all their emotions. The King of Swords in reverse. You do see them as someone that can be a little cutthroat, a little edgy, a little savage. Okay? However, you do understand that they're good at what they do. Period. Regarding the situation. Okay? And maybe you are noticing their way of dealing with things is withdrawing from a situation, or whether this is you on the way that you're feeling towards someone else. But I feel like someone's going to come forward on your peaceful time and look into a situation, and they're going to turn around and talk about it. Okay? So Taurus, just know if you're in a really beautiful, peaceful place of mind, someone's going to come in and kind of like vent to you. They're going to download a whole bunch of stuff onto you. And I would really recommend, since you are such a grounded individual, that you kind of suss out the energy. I mean, I'm kind of like, don't just agree, be honest. Okay? Okay, so now we're going to move on from Taurus energy onto Capricorn energy. Capricorn. What do you need me to know for Capricorn? What do I need to let Capricorn know? Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to hear? Everyone getting these cards. There's definitely like a collective energy. You could be just really open with clear communication. You could be feeling really gentle right now, or people can be seeing you as a very gentle person. It just looks like you're really just managing the strength of the world and really just trying to make sure that you are very open. Some of you could be trying to start new endeavors regarding finances and stability. It does look like you pretty much have everything that you need right now. I'm not seeing anything come up that's like, why I even need to be here for you. Nine of Pentacles, yeah. Capricorn, you're just killing it. If you need a longer reading, we'll do your other one. So, thank you so much for being here. And then I think I will do Fire and Earth later. If you guys decide that you want me to do Earth and Fire and an all sign and a separate all sign, leave a comment down here just saying, can you please do this sign, and I will do another one. Otherwise, I'm just gonna see how this one goes and see what people do. Thank you. Have a great day.